Hey, I'm Mike Bauer, and in this lesson I would like to show you the Jimi Hendrix chord. I know there are probably more than one Jimi Hendrix chords, but usually when you say the Jimi Hendrix chord, we're talking about the 7 sharp 9, the E7 sharp 9. So I'm going to talk about that chord, show you some different ways to play it, and some ideas for soloing over it in a rock context. So let's start off. This is the chord that is used in Purple Haze. And if you look at it, we have E, G sharp, D, and G. Root, major third, flat 7, and sharp 9. And the thing about this, the secret sauce on this chord, is that the sharp 9 is just a half step away from the major third. So it's like having a major and minor third in the same chord, which makes it really cool. Now, Jimi didn't invent this chord. This is a jazz chord. Usually it's a tension chord, a 5-chord heading somewhere. Things like that. You know. It's really wanting to go back to home base, but Jimi's like, nah, let's make this chord home base. Let's just hang out there and make it a 1 chord, right? There are lots of different ways to play this chord. I remember as an 11-year-old, I played this in a music store and I had a crowd of people around me because I was an 11-year-old who knew how to play a sharp 9 chord. Those are the good old days when people were easily impressed. Let's look at some different ways to play a 7 sharp 9 chord, E7 sharp 9. So here we go, here's one. Right, now the root is not anywhere where I'm pressing. I actually have the root over here. So the lowest note I'm pressing is the 3rd, just so you know. So that's a G sharp. All right, some more. Ah, love that one. Again, the root is not anywhere where I'm pressing. The 3rd is the lowest note. My first finger's got the 3rd. Another one. Woo! Got the natural 13 in that one. Oh, love that. You got the half step going on right there. Woo! And then how about this one? Oh, yeah. There's another one. Oh, I really love this one. You can put the high E string in. And then you got a root there. And then... Okay, so a whole bunch of sharp 9 chords right there. So that way if you're playing a sharp 9 chord, you're not just stuck with the Jimi special, you can go all over the place with it. You know? All right, now let's talk about soloing over this. Now, we could go deep into jazz with, you know, diminished and melodic minor and all kinds of stuff, but for the purposes of our lesson, keeping it more in a rock context, let's talk about what you can use over this pentatonic-wise. And I'm going to give you a couple of cool things that are a little bit outside the box. So, on this chord, now yes, you can use your minor pentatonic, and that's what Jimi did, just the E minor pentatonic. Works beautifully over it. Okay? But now, since we have both the sharp 9, which is a minor third, and the major third in this, we can play with that in our soloing, okay? So what if we took an approach where we played both the minor third and the major third in our minor pentatonic? So we went, right? Right? All right, let me do that slowly. So we have root, minor third, major third, 4th, 5th, flat 7, and here we are octave. Again, root, minor third, major third, 4th, 5th, flat 7, root, octave again, and then you can go a little further as your minor third and your major third. All right. Another thing you could do is solo with your major pentatonic. Just scooch that same pentatonic box down 3 frets. Now you have this. But if you actually play the blues scale fingering, you end up getting both the major and minor thirds on this. So watch this. And then if you go blues scale, that's not the blues note, but it's actually the minor third. I'll do that again. So, right. Alright, so you can play with both of those, and really it's the same pentatonic box, just 3 frets lower and then 3 frets higher, right? But with this one we're going to go. Another really cool thing we can explore is, since in this voicing we have a big jump between our major third and our sharp 9, which are technically really only a half step away, but you have an octave in between. We can do the same thing with our soloing, where we're like, which kind of takes us, I guess, into John Scofield territory. So if we go minor third or sharp 9, right, kind of, right? Let me do that a little slower. A big jump, definitely an ear grabber. That. So you're playing with the major and the minor thirds with jumps. That's a cool pattern. And just exploring that, kind of jumping around between those two notes within octaves. So it's such a super cool chord. You can use it in funk and rock and obviously jazz. But if we're just sitting on it as a one chord, it's good to know some different ways to play it, and then some ways to approach soloing. You know, you can use, again, major and minor pentatonic, and then you can actually grab at those two notes, the sharp 9, which is the same as a minor third, and your major third, and then try jumping some octaves like I was doing too. It really twists the ear a bit. Well, I hope this helps, and I'm already looking forward to being back with you on the next lesson.